What up, fam? We're here today to show you how to make this fly gear here, right here. This fly gear that we are flossing for you today. We're gonna show you how to make this, how to look good, how to make the ladies know that you got mad flavor to savor. Hey guys, what's up? We're back with another video and I'm very excited to be here with you guys today. I got a special guest here, Samborghini, and he is a local artist and designer from here in Seattle. Quite a talented young man he is, actually. And he is going to show us today how to do some new techniques with the ZENIRO spray dye that we just got in, and everyone's been asking about it. What is it? And we're gonna find out today. So Sam, tell us a little bit about your project and what you got going on here.
So I saw that Matthew McConaughey has a new movie coming out, and he's dressed like a beach bum the whole movie, and he's wearing these crazy outfits like this, where it's like a matching shorts, Hawaiian thing, and they're super hard to get. So I was like, I'm just gonna make my own. Found out that the homies have the product to do it, so I tried it out and was pretty stoked about it. And so I'm here today to show you guys how to do the same shit.
Well, this is very well laid out. You know, Sam is actually a clothing designer, and he has a new clothing line at Zoomies, right? Samborghini?
Yeah.
That's right. So he knows what he's talking about. I'm very much looking forward to him learning me on this one. So why don't we go ahead and get started. Sam has some stencils here, and he's going to show me how he lays down the ink and how he builds up the image from a blank slate.
I'm just going to lay down kind of the background gradient, the skyline first. Mm-hmm. So with this one, I'm gonna switch up the colors just cause. I like to start with the light color first. So I'm gonna do this with the yellow, and I think I'll start with the bottom of the shirt.
Now these are alcohol based, right? I believe they're alcohol based inks.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, they don't really have any odor, right?
They have like a little bit.
Just a slight amount.
Yeah. Do it in the garage. Don't do it in your house. They spray kind of fast too, so I hold it back a little bit.
Okay, so you get a little bit of a dustiness.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. I don't want to get this on yours.
Oh yeah, let's move this over.
So yeah, let's test this out.
Okay, let's see.
So yeah, there you go. So I'm just gonna dust it.
I see.
Just dust it.
So you're holding it back about 18 inches.
Yeah.
Roughly 18 inches. So 18 inches, guys.
So yeah, I'm just gonna get the bottom.
Let me just get a little whiff of this here. Yeah, so it's alcohol based, guys. So if basically smells like vodka.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Svedka.
Yeah, Svedka. So it shouldn't give you a headache unless you're sensitive to alcohol. So just keep that in mind.
So yeah, I'm just lightly dusting it. Also, if you have your shirt a little bit wet before you start spraying, it actually spreads out the ink more. I'm not doing that for this project because I'm gonna have to lay down some palm trees and whatnot, and I don't want it to bleed too much, but if you do want that ombre effect, like, feel free to saturate the product a little bit.
So this gives you more of like a spray paint effect when it's dry. Mm-hmm. Got you. Okay.
Yep.
Well, that's good to know. This is a cotton shirt, right?
Yes.
Okay, so does it have to be on cotton or can you use it on any fabric?
I think it could be on... I think it works best on cotton, but I think like other things work too.
For long-lasting color, choose cotton or cotton-based fabrics. So it looks like you can use it on multiple types, but cotton is the best choice. Good to know.
I'm just gonna spray the top and then move on to my red afterwards.
Yeah, I think I like the dry look.
It gives it a more like splatter effect.
Mm-hmm. More graffiti.
Yeah.
More graffiti for sure.
Let's get that red in there.
You're doing a sunset? Is this what's
this is just gonna be, yeah, like a simple sunset. Like pretend you're in Cabo San Lucas and you just got done at the bar, and you know you want to go check out the sunset, and there it is.
There you go, guys.
I think maybe a little bit more red.
Margaritaville. Now, do you tend to go a little heavier because it might
bleed?
Or maybe not bleed, but it maybe kind of gets a little bit lighter after you wash it, or does it tend to stay the same?
I think it stays pretty
much the same?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. So what you see is what you get?
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, I like how that orange blends back in there. That looks really cool.
Yeah, I'm liking this.
So you could actually do color blending with this. That's interesting.
Absolutely. Especially once once you have like one color down and then you spray on top of that, those colors blend together.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So now actually I'm gonna dry this off. I like to use a blow dryer just to quicken up the process.
Okay.
Otherwise you'd be sitting around waiting.
I got you, brother.
So let's dry this off.
It's like a tequila sunrise.
I guess after I draw this, you could like.
Can I just start? Can I just start doing my Bart?
Yeah, I just don't want to. Here, let me dry this stuff off real
Okay.
quick.
Okay.
So that your thing doesn't get all messed up. I think it should be good.
So I made myself a little stencil here too, as you can see. And who's that look like? Do you know who that is? I bet you do. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and lace them in here. I think Sam made a really good point. I should probably do a few of them just to kind of give them that 90s hip hop overprint, multiple image look. So why don't we start with just doing a little bit of a layout. I think this light blue. Get that light blue?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me rock that. All right, guys, so I have this bright aqua, which looks really cool. Let me do a quick test spray on this Art Primo shirt here. Just because I'm not quite sure on the valve control yet. I just want to try it out. Oh, yeah.
It's kind of like a de-icer tip or something.
Yeah, it is like a de-icer tip. That is really cool. Okay. I think I'm gonna do some kind of more like painterly shapes. Almost like a graffiti fill.
Oh, I see what you're doing there. Ooh, that's looking fresh.
You know, just a little something different.
Kind of like one of those like 90s styrofoam cups.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Kind of in that vein.
Something like Bart Simpson might wear.
Yeah. Probably don't want to overdo it. Just leave it like that. I actually kind of like the blue bleeding into it too.
And since we didn't dry the ink, it is gonna bleed into each other a little bit.
Oh, they're gonna bleed in, yeah.
But that's gonna look dope for this one for sure.
It's gonna have an effect to it, I guess. Yeah. Oh, sick! Look at that. Let's let that dry. Let's take a look at what you got going on here.
So now I'm gonna start laying my darker colors down. I'm gonna do some mountains. So I just took the box and just cut out a little mountain range, a little tropical mountain range. So I'm gonna start right here. So I'm just gonna dust it to start off with, because this stuff does bleed. So if you like go pretty hard with it, it'll bleed a little too much. So really just start with a little. Now we have some mountains.
Oh, perfect. You know, when I was a kid, they'd airbrush the back of the truck with the sunset, and it'd be like a chick with really big titties on it. It was just, I just thought that was the coolest thing when I was a kid. That was my dream, to have a mini truck. You can't even find those things anymore. All right. Oh, that looks kind of cool, like just the faded in.
I'm just gonna start laying down some of my palm trees. While you do that, I have a little palm tree stencil.
Oh yeah, the one I thought was a pot leaf.
Yep. Nope. It's kind of a pot leaf.
In a way, it kind of is.
It's just how I draw my palm trees.
Ooh, I really like that fadey one. I wish I would have done that first. It's really cool.
So I'm just lightly dusting it. My dad would definitely rock this shirt.
Yeah, mine too.
He would get blacked out drunk in this shirt.
First time I ever drank with my dad was at Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville in Florida.
See, I know
He'd be all about this. I like how you did that one kind of fadey too.
Yeah.
It kind of gives it like a vintage look, you know?
And you want to make sure your stencil is pretty flat and down on it. Otherwise, like this one's not that flat, and I'll just show you what kind of happens. Oh, I got some overspray on yours.
Oh, it's okay.
So it's not flat, it just kind of...
It kind of gets a little wrinkled looking.
Yeah, and it's just not like a perfect shape.
Mm-hmm.
Not every palm tree has to be perfect.
These are like happy accidents, Sam.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, you're like Bob Ross right here, man.
I'm the tropical Bob Ross.
There you go. You are. I really like these colors together.
Maybe a couple more.
So now we got to hit it with the dryer?
Yep.
So guys, right now I'm just gonna do some I guess doing the outline of the Bart character right now, and I bought these Magic Ink 500 markers. The reason why I'm using them is they're oil based and they work really good on fabric, and I think once we hit these in the dryer they should be pretty permanent. These are a true oil based marker, so they'll definitely stick. And I just didn't have time to make such a thin profile stencil, and I thought it'd be a good opportunity to give this a shot since we have these markers. Let's see how they look. You know, if you're going to a party and you just want to floss something and you just, you know, you don't know what to do, this is a good way to go. You know, imagine walking in the club and you got the most unique, one-off prototype gear that nobody else has, and it's your own design. Pretty dope. I think this is still a little bit wet, but check this out, guys. This is wet. I can feel it. The marker still writes right over it. All right. Beautiful. I think I did the overlap wrong. The other eye's supposed to overlap. All right, whatever. It's all.
One of these.
Are you just using the spray freehand?
Yeah.
Oh wow, look at that.
Just a stem, you know?
Yeah.
Huh. Good
No,
enough for me.
that works actually, because on the top of the palm tree they got all those like dead things at the top.
They have those.
Yeah, they do. You lived in LA, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's true. More time for arts and crafts. All right. All right, Sam. So what's the next move?
I'm gonna dry this off.
Uh-huh.
And then flip it over and do the same thing.
All right.
Did it? You just kind of like quickly go through it or whatever. So yeah, we're gonna flip over the shirt and do the same thing on the other side that we just did. But before we start, you want to make sure that your surface is all dry, because you'll be pretty bummed if you flip it over and get all this excess ink on your garment. So I'm just gonna go ahead and dry that off. It blew it in my face, but it's all.
Check it out, guys. You could actually just tag right on the clothes. So if you want to do some like graffiti stuff on your clothing, you could even probably do a throw up on it. Do whatever you want.
So I'm just doing the same thing on the other side of the shirt. Okay. Just doing the skyline, just blending it. So this did have some creases in it while I did it. So what happens when you have a crease, it creates these white spots. So I don't mind them, but you probably do want it as flat as possible so that doesn't happen.
If I would have had the time, I definitely would have preferred to do this with the stencil, but this actually comes out kind of cool. It's like painterly. But if you guys have the time, you'll get a much cleaner line with the stencil outline. Alright.
Just dusting them. I'm actually just gonna leave a little bit right there to see what happens, you know? It might bleed in, it might create some cool texture, or maybe look like a highlight or something like that.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, this one too. I'm just gonna go like that and just see what happens.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, that black really lays down thick too.
It does,
Look at that.
I think my favorite one is that one.
Yeah, I feel like I kind of messed up the eyes a little bit, but I feel like the proportions of that one are better. Although this one looks pretty good too. The overlap here is definitely not cracking.
Good for just freehanding it, not having to look at anything.
I think I went when I was young. I was like, oh, I'm gonna dye when I'm 30, kind of thing, you know. That everyone goes through when they're young. And then when I hit 30, I was like, okay, I guess I'm not gonna dye. So.
And you're like, I don't want to dye.
I don't want to dye.
What's with that? Why do people want to dye when they're like 25? Everyone just wants to dye.
Because they're like drama. You know, you're young. You're like a drama queen.
You have teen angst.
Teen angst, bro. That's what it is. I didn't ask to be born, Mom.
If you are using a stencil and it's wet on the back, you might not notice it, and then you lay it down and it bleeds right there. So if you're using a stencil, you want to make sure that it's dry on the backside. Otherwise, this is what happens. And for something like a palm tree, it's okay because they can look a little blurry like that. But if you want something really precise, you want to make sure your stencil is dry.
Do some fade up. Damn, if this was 4th of July, I could make some freedom shorts.
Ooh.
America. Some America shorts.
I actually thought about doing a 4th of July thing for today, but I kind of
a little out of season, huh?
Yeah.
Hey guys, check this out on the paper. You could actually use this as an artistic tool, and I think we should cover that in a future video. Because look how it lays down on the paper like that. This could be really cool for art projects. Have you tried it on paper, Sam?
No, not yet.
Maybe something you might want to look into.
That is really cool.
Yeah, look how it lays down in a can. Do you recommend putting this in a dryer, Sam?
I haven't tried it in a dryer yet.
Or do you just wear and go?
I would probably wash it with cold water afterwards, just because the ink, like if you sat down on like a white couch,
it might bleed.
It might get on a white couch.
Don't sit on your mom's white couch right after this. Make sure you wash it first. Then you're good to go.
Wash it with cold water.
Cold water, yep, so it doesn't bleed. Just another tequila sunrise.
All right. So I'm liking the way this is looking. I'm gonna start on the shorts, and then I'll be one step closer to being Matthew McConaughey. Art Primo sells individual cans of these, so if you do run out of a certain color, or you use a certain color more than others, go to artprimo.com and you just hit up, get whatever color you want.
Give us a call, 206-365-4083. We got you, homie. Definitely give us a call.
Ooh, that fade's looking nice.
I like it. Look at this. And these are female caps. Looks like 4mm. So these will work with the Rust-Oleum universal cans. They will also work with the Krylon tall cans. And I don't have one with me, or else I do a tag with one so we can see what it's like. But judging by the cap, I imagine it's going to be a shooter. That would be my guess. This looks like a Corona thing. I like it. I like that a lot. Yeah, it kind of has a Corona vibe to it.
Miles away from ordinary. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna dust it with the yellow and dust it with the red and keep it pushing. Thank you. I need the confidence.
Definitely need some Bart heads on that bad boy. Where did I put my stencil?
It was supposed to go. There's not supposed to be red there. It's okay.
These are I am getting laid tonight shorts.
Hopefully you have a party planned soon, in your near future.
Beautiful.
Ooh.
Okay. Let me put some of that dark blue on here too. I'm gonna leave that like that. I think that's what I should have done. But see, this is what happens, guys, when you're prototyping on the fly like this. You know, sometimes you don't know what you don't have a concept. You just want to start creating some art and see what happens. And then halfway through, you realize that the simple way is the best way. And I think that's what I discovered on this one. I really like it like this. Man, look at how the colors blend. Hey ladies, look at that. That is cool. All right, while you're doing that, I think I'm just gonna tie-dye this shirt for the heck of it, since my stuff's on the drying rack here. You know, when you have an old shirt like this, this is a shirt I got at Uniqlo actually. It was a special edition, and I really liked it a lot, but it got a lot of stains on it, and it's just kind of looking rough. So I figured we'd give it some new life and just rock a tie-dye on it since we're here.
You want that flat as possible. Just kind of dust it.
I'm warning you guys, I was never good at tie-dye. So we'll see how it comes out, but I figure we might as well add it to it because some people might want to see. Let's see, what other colors should I use? We got the yellow, choose the red. I really like that sound. What is it gonna look like?
Well, you know what they say. If you're not living on the edge, you're taking up too much room.
I guess so. I guess so. Let's see how it looks. Ah, snap. Actually, that actually came out kind of tight.
It's pretty fire.
Actually, I like that. It's like the minimalist. I think I was supposed to get it wet, but...
If you saturate it, get it wet, yeah, it spreads out more.
Yeah. No, I actually kind of like that. Because that way you can kind of still see the graphic, you know?
And you're just not too colorful.
Yeah, it's just like accents of color.
Yeah.
That's actually really tight. I did not intend to do that, by the way, but it came out really good.
That is really cool.
It's like tie-dye minimalism. Ooh, it's sticking to that paper there. This used to be my favorite shirt till I got paint all over it. Do some tie-dye in this bad boy. Ooh, it's a cool way if you just want to like floss your gear, or if you got some old clothing that, you know, is maybe kind of worn out, you got some paint splatters on it. Like, why not just bring it new life instead of just throwing it away? It's almost like it's upcycling. That's what you're doing.
Absolutely.
You're upcycling your gear. Instead of buying new clothes, you can take something that's old and worn out and give it new life, make it fresh, make it new, make it you. You know what I'm saying?
This red is kind of like a cherry red.
Yeah, it's very much that Ferrari red. Yeah, I think it's doing the same thing. But you know what? I actually like it. That's my style, guys. This is how I do tie-dye.
So you can still see the graphic.
You can still see the graphic.
It keeps the integrity of the graphic.
Exactly. I really like that a lot, actually. So if you have a graphic, just do it GR style, very minimalist. Don't let it soak in for too long. That's a trippy BMW. I like that. Oh man, this is fly. This is really fly. Right, man, that was really dope. I'm really excited you came in here, Sam, to show me how to do this, because without you, I don't think we could have made this video. Sure. And with that said, where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Samborghini with 2 underscores, and then I have a website, samborghini.com, or just go into Zoomies and buy some clothes.
Hit him up at Zoomies.
Peace.
All right, see you guys later.